Happy Sunday, setters. We saw some buying momentum on Friday in the US stock indices. However, I think this buying could be short-lived. S&P 500 could very soon run into a major resistance. However, I think this rally could last but need a retracement first. US dollar pulling back quite significantly. However, I still want to be a dollar buyer, but perhaps maybe a shorter term. Let me get into the chart and show you what my plan is. Okay, I'm going to start off with the S&P 500. You can see we had a bullish run on that. So it's more like a weekly phase too. I know dailies took off the lower high, but weekly you are still on the downtrend. Friday, we saw one of the biggest bar on the potentially end of the trend. You see, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days of buying here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it rolled off. You see that in the downtrend, we get a couple of days of bounce and then it sell off. So I think it could be tomorrow is the US holiday, so don't be too eager to jump into the stock market. We could have a little bit of a higher or just sideways movement tomorrow. But when Tuesday open, I expect we may see a pullback to around the 3,950, 4,000 area. Potentially, I'll take it long back to 4,200, 4,300. Okay, so that's my plan. Will I short S&P 500? Probably not. Maybe the Nasdaq, and then I'll go long on S&P 500. I'll show you the Nasdaq chart. So we know technology sector has been hit the worst from this correction. We may see 13,000, but at the moment, I think it could be running to the end. So like I said, tomorrow maybe very lack of momentum in that, and then I see a retracement back to 12,000. Maybe 13,000. I see the next couple of weeks will be quite rangy. I think longer term picture, this will break. The 11,000 will break. How low? Well, I have a price in place, but I rather use the QQQ, the Nasdaq ETF, than this future chart to gauge that. But I'll share that with you near the time anyway. I think it's not quite ready to start buying or investing stock, at least after the summer, maybe going back a bit later to end of the year. If you really want to know why I do that, I suggest you can go back into history, like the 2000 recession or the 2008 recession. You can see the real bullish move or the turnaround move is end of the year or even early part of the year after. So, I'm not really hurried to jump in yet, okay? I know there is a lot of bargain out there, and you probably hear people say, oh yeah, how low can it go? Let me tell you the truth. It can go low, lower than you expect, okay? So don't try to be a bottom fisher, because it's very difficult to fish the bottom. I have a way to use a technical analysis, price action, support, resistance to gauge that. But the best way to do it is to collate all the market together, such as if cryptocurrency finds support, certain sector already gaining, that sort of things. But obviously that come with experience. If you are in our group and the Discord community, I share all of that when it's the right time anyway. So Nasdaq, I'm expecting a pullback. How about Dow Jones? Dow Jones actually quite resilient. It's broken back higher, the 32,000, 33,000 area now. But ultimately, if you go down to weekly, we do already have a weekly downtrend, lower high, lower low. Let me just draw that. So we have cycle. Yeah. So on that, we had 7 weeks of selling, so it wouldn't surprise me. We have a little bit of bounce and then roll lower. So how low? I don't know. Long term, let's see, 30,000, 26,000. I've got these two areas in there. Certainly, I don't want to sell it. May turn into a buyer shorter term, but probably will be more next week, early June time anyway. Moving on to other indices, you can see the DAX has actually broken out this inverted head and shoulder. So maybe a retracement back and find support in 14,000. I could potentially turn into a buyer back to 15,000 area. So shorter term trade on DAX if you do trade the European indice. Okay. Indices done, and let's go to the dollar index. Right, dollar index. Yes, we are seeing this retracements deeper than before, but don't forget we had a really bullish run, so correction a bit deeper is quite normal, perfectly fine. All right. I think we are likely to draw the price to around the 101 area. When this, I will take it long back to this 103 very short term, because I think we are going to have a bit of range condition in the next couple of weeks. So I'm not going to be very eager to try and capitalize like, I don't know, 4 or 5 to 1, 2 to 1, 3 to 1. If you use smaller time frame to get in, there's still room to do that. So I still want to be a dollar buyer. So that is quite ready. It's got a little bit left in there. So let's see what one I want to sell. I don't mind selling the Aussie, actually. Aussie is already, you know, we are on a weekly, daily downtrend. So yes, the pullback is a bit higher, but it's pulling back to a soft level. Also 50 EMA. Current price action is corrective. It's really typical phase 2. If you drop down to 4 hours, it's not much momentum in there. Buying, selling. So I'm just waiting for a confirmation, at least dropping lower than this 71.20 area. Then I might look to be a seller. Not quite ready. We might see a pop higher tomorrow, depending on how much liquidity, or will range until Tuesday. But it's on my list to sell, but back to 70 area only. Nothing too optimistic, like I said. But if you manage to go like this, stop loss here from this area down to here, still 2.5, 3 to 1. So good room, good reward to risk on that. Good enough anyway. Moving on to euro dollar. Euro dollar, I did try to sell and did get a very elegant entry last week, but still managed to lose 0.25%. And, you know, I said it as a joke, but I'm actually quite serious. You should celebrate when you have a very small losing trade, because it's not always we win. But if you cut off losing big, losing small is like paying a little rent to the market. It's fine. You know, it doesn't hurt me. I'm happy to continue or even celebrate because I managed my trade well. You can see now, I think price, I like to, you know, we have a doji on Friday. So it wouldn't surprise me tomorrow we see a pop higher a little bit to 108 to this blue box area and then roll lower. I think we can see, I don't think it's going to test the low, but we probably can see, let me get the exact price. Can see around the 104.90 area. 104.90. If you manage to get an elegant entry, that is still a 2 to 3 to 1 trade, guys. It's still, you know, it's just how you use the smaller time frame to get into entry. You know, obviously last week when I saw that happen, I did a retest in here, bam. But when price broke higher, well, I think I closed off here, so I lost teeny bit, 0.25%. My stop loss was there. If I didn't close it off, I would have lose a whole 1%. Okay, so sticking to your plan is always your first priority. Okay, your trading plan should have been done before you take any trade, not during or after the trade, obviously. So not during the trade. Do it before your trade, okay? So now I'm just looking for similar price action. I like to see maybe a pop higher like this, maybe a head and shoulder, change of a trend back below 107 maybe, and then back to 104. So it depending what is given in the time, but a smaller time frame change of trend in there. Ideally, I use 1 hour. First, if I didn't take the breakout, I might look for 15 minutes retest or stuff like that. But obviously we need to see what is available in the market by then. So euro dollar potentially is on the short list. Pound, I don't really like. I think, yes, obviously we're on a downtrend, but we are in a no man's land. When I refer to no man's land, we're not really touching any support resistance. So, and we might run into support very soon. So I don't really want to sell it. Maybe I'll turn into a buyer. I don't know yet. I really just want to leave this alone, to be honest. The chart is quite messy. Kiwi definitely is on my interest. Yes, we are on a daily downtrend, and this is a corrective phase 2. Okay, so you know, very weak buying. It's not that much, and now we got on Friday we have another push higher. Maybe we'll see a little bit higher to around 66, and then roll lower. But I don't think it's going to test the 62 again around this area here. You can see my blue box. Let me get the price. A bit of interaction in there. So about 63.50, 63.70 area would be my profit zone if I do sell it. Again, very simple. When price reach to around 66, I will look for a change of trend or a reversal pattern on 1 hour to get in. At the moment we still got a little bit room to the 66, so I'm not really going to mark how I'm going to do it, but it's quite simple. If you run into support resistance price action like that, take the buddy breakout, because Kiwi likes breakout. Kiwi and Aussie like the breakouts. It's a little bit like trading stocks or commodity. It's just the nature of the currency. Okay. I don't really like dollar CAD, so I'm just going to scan through. Yes, we are seeing a retracement, but this whole picture is rangy, so I'm happy to leave it alone. Never liked dollar Swiss anyway. Yes, we have a big shot up and now big downward trend, but it's just a phase 2, so probably we'll see a bounce, but where? I would like to trade euro dollar rather than dollar Swiss anyway. Dollar yen, very, very interesting. We obviously on weekly, we have a weekly uptrend, very, very bullish. But now we are seeing the first time we have 3 weeks straight of pulling back. Okay, so when you see that, we may have a deeper correction. So how are we going to trade this? Daily, if you read the trend right, actually we already have a daily downtrend. Double top, lower high, lower low, broken. So now I need to look for something under 130 area to sell it back to 124. And that could be, I'm just saying, could be the trade of the month in June. Because that from here back to 124, 5-1. Yeah. If you have a method to scaling in between the trade or around here, early trade, that's 6-7-1, you know, depending how you manage anyway. That is something that I'm keeping a very close eye on that, okay, to sell dollar yen, okay. Commodity. I do still want to be a seller of metals, but it's not quite ready. I mean, it's now still in the phase 2 period. We may see a pop a little bit higher. I don't know. Let's see. Or we may have a double top here, or maybe here, 1,880 area, or 1,870 area. It depends on what we get on Tuesday, because tomorrow again, US is bank holiday, one major country out. I'm not so eager to jump into the market. Silver is still top of my list to sell on that, because we can see already we have a high test around this 22 area. Are we going to go to, I said we have maybe a potential go to around 23. Maybe we won't see that, but keep an eye on this anyway. So I mean, the best way to enhance your probability is look for gold when they have a rejection on gold, showing some reversal signal, and then go to silver, I really need to see price break this and come back for a retest. So we need to break the 2170 area first and then retest this trend line. So potentially tomorrow we may see this. So basically like a big big head and shoulder pattern, and then break this off and then retest this line would be my ideal entry. And then I might take it back down to around 20, see how it goes. All right. So silver is on the list to sell. I don't want to touch oil. I'll show you the chart is very, very sideways. So it's not the way that I trade. Maybe we'll see a pop higher. Maybe we'll see a roll it down here. If you're a range trader, maybe at the bottom or break this and then maybe it will come to my interest. But for the moment, I'm happy to leave it. Crypto, what the hell is happening with crypto? All right, we are basing up. Okay, certainly we are in a bear market on that. We are weekly downtrend, daily downtrend. We may see a pop higher, but it's very tricky to trade it long. I have to say, maybe potentially if it breaks this squeeze area, but come back for a retest, maybe I'll do this and then take it back to around 35, trade it, not going to invest. I don't think the selling is done on Bitcoin, but when it reaches around 35, 36, I probably will sell it. We'll look to sell it. So that's the plan in here. So let's see how what we'll get from the price action. Short term, I may look to be a buyer, correlate with indices. If indices like what I predict, a little pullback and then slow short-term, shall we say, short-term bear market rally, then I might do that on Bitcoin as well. Okay. So as always, this is the plan for the week, but it may change to the market condition. So let's wait until Tuesday and then we'll catch up again. All right. Thanks for watching. Let me know if you have any question. Thank you. Bye-bye.